Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So, I'm just gonna be blunt. As an adult, Christmas fucking sucks. You gotta go shopping, it's fucking winter, the same 5 songs are being played every year. An adult, Christmas is just overall a drag. But for a kid, Christmas is, obviously a good time, free food, free toys, you get to spend time with your family, all that shit. And well, I recently bought a few SpongeBob VHS tapes, and one of them was the first Christmas special. And I rewatched it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt like a fucking kid again. Like this, I don't know what it is with seasons 1 through 3 of SpongeBob, but they have that magic that doesn't exist anymore. In fact, at least for me, watching this episode of SpongeBob made me kind of feel like a kid again. It made me get in that Christmas spirit. It made me get excited for Christmas, even though, I'm a 26-year-old man. But fuck it though, SpongeBob could do that to you. Anyway, though, look, what I'm gonna do today is just talk about the episode and why it kind of means a lot to me. But I guess enough bullshit. Let's get started.
SpongeBob will be right back. He has to change into some dry SquarePants.
Introducing new SpongeBob SquarePants cereal. Go, SpongeBob, go!
I'm flying, Patrick!
It's the nautical hijinks of Bikini Bottom in your cereal bowl. New SpongeBob SquarePants cereal.
What?
With SpongeBob, Patrick, and pineapple marshmallows, it's part of a complete breakfast. And look for these other great SpongeBob products. SpongeBob!
Next time you wash the dishes, check and see if your sponge has pants. If it does, run screaming into the night, because now you're officially crazy. SpongeBob SquarePants is next on Nicktoons Network.
So the SpongeBob Christmas episode actually starts off pretty simple. You have Patchy the Pirate getting ready for the holidays, hanging up like decorations and shit, making cookies. And I gotta say, Patchy the Pirate is a very underutilized character. I mean, this character is fucking funny, but that's besides the point. The basic premise of the episode is that Sandy basically tells SpongeBob what Santa Claus is and what Christmas is, and the whole episode is just Bikini Bottom getting ready to see Santa. Of course, everybody sends letters to Santa Claus, and I feel like this part is very, I would say, world building. Like, obviously you have Patrick being stupid, you have Mr. Krabs, wanting like money and shit, like very SpongeBob things, and I kind of like that. Now, of course, the next scene is the classic musical number. I can't play because of copyright, but this song stands out a lot to me. Like, I don't know how to fucking describe it, but like this episode has a very specific memory to me. Like, this is, I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I specifically remember watching this episode at my grandma's house, and it was like, I don't know, 2002, 2003, and of course, it's fucking December. I'm a kid, I'm fucking hyped for Christmas Day, I could barely fucking sleep, and I was just like, dancing through this while my grandma's just like in the background, and it's a very, I don't know, core memory, I guess. But I would say that's what makes this episode like stand out toward me. I mean, it's still in that magical era of SpongeBob where things are still, wholesome and good before things, went to shit. I mean, yeah, not to sound, I would say, negative, but, I would say seasons 1 through 3 of SpongeBob have something to offer that the rest of the series just doesn't offer. Maybe it's because Tom Kenny left. I'm not quite sure, but I definitely love the Christmas episode for what it is. Like, it's a very wholesome episode. I don't know what else to say about it. But of course, Santa doesn't come, and Squidward's being a huge dick about it. And I like the way the show does this. Like, they're literally calling him a jackass without calling him a jackass. Like, this shit flew under my head when I was a kid, and it honestly made me laugh rewatching it today. Now, surprisingly enough, SpongeBob actually got Squidward a gift. And because of this, Squidward kind of like turns himself into Santa Claus, and he kind of gives everybody gifts. Like for once, Squidward breaks character. He breaks out of that, depressed guy that tries to play clarinet and all that shit. Yeah, for once he breaks it, and he turns himself into Santa Claus, which is honestly extremely humble and wholesome. I'm pretty sure I've overused that word a lot, but I don't know how else to describe this feeling. Now, surprisingly enough, SpongeBob actually got Squidward a gift, and because of this, Squidward kind of like turns himself into Santa Claus, and he kind of gives everybody gifts. Like for once, Squidward breaks character. He breaks out of that, you know, depressed guy that tries to play clarinet and all that shit. Yeah, for once he breaks it, and he turns himself into Santa Claus, which is honestly extremely humble and wholesome. I'm pretty sure I've overused that word a lot, but I don't know how else to describe this feeling. But yeah, that's basically it. Squidward just like gives everybody gifts, and that's kind of like the end of the episode. Of course, you know, the real Santa Claus makes a reference appearance, but yeah. So like I said before, watching this episode of SpongeBob made me feel good about Christmas. I mean, again, Christmas as an adult, it fucking sucks. It's horrible. You got seasonal depression. You got fucking people being happy while other people are depressed. Like I get that feeling, and I don't know, being an adult fucking sucks. But I would say for me, this episode provided a little bit of, I don't know, escapism. I know that sounds fucking depressing, but yeah, either way, it was a good episode of SpongeBob. And so my apologies if this video isn't as structured as my other videos. I'm not gonna lie to you, I just got finished watching the VHS tape and I decided, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna do a video today. So yeah, my bad if it's a little bit rambly or if I go on a bunch of tangents. It's not one of my usual videos, and I'd like to apologize for that. But anyway, if you want to, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, no rush, and tell me down below, what was your favorite episode of SpongeBob? Tell me down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
They've been laughing since I can remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.